Howdy neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John, and today we're going to be breaking down the top 100 worst albums of all time according to AOTY, aka Album of the Year. If you haven't seen part 1 of the video, then hit the card on screen to see the best albums of all time according to AOTY, but today I wanted to go through their user-rated list, the worst albums, the just sludge and filth of the earth, according to these users. Is it going to be super different compared to the critics over on Metacritic, or even the community at Rate Your Music? I'm going to react in real time and give some thoughts and takeaways on the albums that they pick. If you enjoyed this video, then do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe for the love or possibly hate of music, and let's get started. When we start off the list with the posthumous album, I have to say we're on the right track, because regardless of what you thought about X, I think these were just voice demos and memos that were turned into full songs just to appease a record contract, because it's essentially grave robbing, and I hate it. Trippie Redd's Pegasus gets a 29 out of 100 based on the AOTY ratings, and having only sampled this album, I just could not compute what was going on or why people actually flocked to this. Oof, at number 98, that is an oof out loud if I've ever seen one. I forgot this was even a thing. Unfinished Business, R. Kelly and Jay-Z. Oh, that is just a stain in the career. G-Eazy's Everything's Strange here. This album sucks. I listened to it one time just to see, because this was like right after COVID and quarantine started, and I was like, I could use a good laugh, right? That wasn't a laugh. That was just like a Saw torture chamber. Oh, fucking Nav at number 96. That makes complete sense. It would be reckless of them not to put this crooning Canadian whatever the fuck he does on the list. Nash's We at number 95. I only know Nash because of that one awful song that's like, I hate you, I love you, I hate that, I love you. So if it's anything like that, then applause, AOTY, applause. Quick break from the list, but we're sitting here reacting to the worst albums of all time, meaning we all have strong opinions on music, and Picky is an app that puts you in control of what you hear. They give you short song clips to rate, and you can either like, super like, or even dislike, remember that button? Based on what you're saying, whether you're loving it or if it's just not for you, the algorithm learns your taste, and boom, before you know it, you're discovering new music. Each time you level up, you get a reward of either a personalized mixtape or a dollar payment through Venmo, and if you connect your Spotify in the Picky app, I'm gonna be doing a video very soon where I react to my subscribers' most liked and disliked songs on Picky, so download the app using my link in the description. I already see it at number 94, Translation by the Black Eyed Peas. I loathe entirely everything about this. I just get all grinchy when I even think of the Black Eyed Peas just cashing in on this kind of trap reggaeton vibe that's super trendy and hot, and I get why they would do it from a financial perspective, but artistically speaking, it's straight up shit. Fun fact, many of the beats actually sound like farts, so I can't tell you how satisfying it is to just feel like you found your people here on AOTY, because they have voted at number 93, Skillet's Victorious, and I am loving the wide array of inclusions. This album absolutely sucks. It's like donkey dick in an album form, just guzzling into your mouth. We gotta rise up, we gotta fight for the Lord today. Grab your shield and your weapons, because the Lord is on the way. What am I doing? Black Sabbath Forbidden at number 92. I've actually never listened to this record, but I've heard very bad things. Marshmello's Joytime 3. Is this an EP or an actual album? I can't remember, because it was just a total snooze fest. I think Marshmello is to DJs and electronic music what Puddle of Mud is to cover songs. That being ear cancer. The answer is ear cancer. Masked Wolf Astronomical? I didn't even know this guy put out an album. All I know is that Rollin' in the Deep, the Astronaut in the Ocean song, but he made an album named after that? That is just embarrassing. You're not an astrologist and you're not an astronaut, so why do you keep tying it in? It's almost like he's cashing the fuck in, knowing that he will never have another hit. Logic making the list is just Sublime, Logic, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. I have never understood the hype around this dude. He just attracts like the fandom type of people because I guess it's kind of easy to digest, but it sounds deep, so they're on board. Directly above that, at number 88, we have Results May Vary Indeed by the new metal band Limp Bizkit. It's in the 27 club here. Very different 27 club, but this one is actually deserved. Oh god, that album sucks. At number 87, DJ Khaled, Father of Assad. Who would have guessed? It's DJ Khaled featuring literally every A-list celebrity in the book because he has so many connections and he's filthy rich despite not doing really anything. The man doesn't even produce his records. He executive produces, aka he pays somebody else to twist the knobby thingies. Not familiar with number 86, but number 85, Country Stuff, the album, I am hoping to avoid for the rest of my life if possible, because having heard You Girl and also the Applebee's commercial one, Fancy Like, yeah, those tied for number 1 on my worst songs of 2021. I don't see it getting any better. Nope, staying far away. Lil Huddy's Teenage Heartbreak. That is very satisfying because I've had people tell me, oh, check out Chase, check out his music, Lil Huddy, he's actually pretty good. He's doing some rock stuff. And I'm like, you realize that this is like trash, like the musical equivalent of like taking a burning dumpster and just pouring it into a speaker and then it's filtered into your mind. Like, that couldn't be good for you. I'm being ruthless. I need to calm down. It's Smoke Perp at number 83, an album that I've never listened to, but I know this dude for being friends with Lil Pimp. Remember that?
Little Pimp.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna listen. R. Kelly and Jay-Z did 2 albums together? Are you kidding me? The best of both worlds. This is not Hannah Montana. Green Day, oh, this one hurts. This one, oh. You never want to see your favorite band on a list of the worst of all time, and I don't think this album is good. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's awful or trash or just the worst thing ever. It was marketed poorly, there was a lot of cringe surrounding it, including the album cover, but I will defend some of the tracks on here. The title track is pretty good, Graffitia is a great closer, Sugar Youth is something that I find to be very catchy, kind of a slamming groove. It has its mistakes, Meet Me on the Roof and Teenage Teenager being 2 big ones, but still, this one stinks. Reminder to everyone that everything on this list has to have at least 50 user ratings, that way it's not just some dude in his basement rating one album 1 star and it's somehow here. Starting off the second page strong, it's MCID by Highly Suspect. This album was so frustrating from a very talented, normally hard-rocking band. Their frontman kinda lost it and just slopped this shit together. It is a mess and a half. Appropriately, just above that, we have Justin Bieber's Changes. That record is a total shit show. It's so boring, and when it's not being boring, it's being intrusively, obnoxiously bad. I'm talking songs like Yummy, remember that? It started the pandemic. Nav to worst of lists is like cream to coffee. It just makes sense. Remember when the Needle Drop gave Lil Pump a 7 out of 10? Well, here it is with multiple 7s, 77 on the worst of all time list. I think it was a different album, but it really doesn't make a difference to me. It's all noise. Lil Dicky's Professional Rapper at number 76. I do like the song Molly with Brendan Urie. I believe that's on this album, but other than that, you're gonna get no defenses of Lil Dicky from me. I don't think he's funny. How did we give this dude a TV show? Let's take a trip to the South Side because Sam Hunt made the cut. This was an album that was rolled out very, very slowly and very piss poorly. It's an album made by a man that cheats on his pregnant wife. So if the music wasn't terrible enough just by itself existing, then just keep that rattling around in your head. Tones and I, the Kids are coming. I thought it was gonna be the other Tones and I record, but I'm sure we'll get there. Thank you. LP1 by Liam Payne. This thing is so... oh god, it's so bad. People forgot about it. It came out December 6th of 2019. I made sure to include it in my worst of 2020 list because a lot of people forget about December stuff. I don't forget about the awful, and this is just what happened after One Direction, buddy. AJR are going way up, way up, way up to the click. Will.i.am's Willpower. this thing has aged so poorly, as has like everything in terms of like music videos for the Black Eyed Peas that will.i.am was a part of. He always thought he was the future. These futuristic pseudo-science visions that he had, and how it just all looks super dated. LMFAO, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Reunion tour when, please? I need to see Sexy and I Know It, and I'm in Miami, bitch, live in my face front row. And also, this is at number 69. That is just, that's gotta be intentional, right? Like, this is an attack by AOTY, an attack on comedy, and I love it. Kind of back-to-back scumbags here. I've heard some bad shit about Diplo, but not nearly to the extreme of Chris Brown. Just the atrocity of him being popular still to this day bothers me, but this album, with it having so many fucking tracks, it's like 40-some, maybe 50-some on like the deluxe edition. Nobody needs like 2 to 3 Chris Brown songs in your life, but that is just a death wish if you sign yourself up and try to listen to the entire thing. Machine Gun Kelly's Binge EP, when he was really trying to capitalize off of the success of Rap Devil, dissing Eminem, it failed miserably. More Marshmello, not shocking at all, and 30 Seconds to Mars America. Oh, what a piece of work this was. Just look at the album title and every version of the album title out there, and you know this thing is going to be the equivalent of a flaming dog turd. America's favorite country duo, Florida Georgia Line. Can't say I ain't country. John Lennon and Yoko Ono making the list with unfinished music number 1. 2 virgins. My virgin ears have never heard this, and based on the ratings, I think I'm gonna keep it that way. Hey, there's Eminem. I knew you would be here somewhere, buddy. You can't help it. Revival was just, Revival didn't go viral. That pretty much summed it up right there in that one bar that him gave. But really, this was a total mess. I hated the out-of-control sampling on this thing, just the lazy choruses, the lyrics were pretty abysmal, I didn't like the poppy guest features, it was just a very weird thing for him. Well damn, I certainly feel called out. I'm over here trying to party rock, but they're sorry for it at number 60. Both in the 60s for LMFAO, not taking too many dubs over here. Kodak Black, Heartbreak Kodak. I've never listened to this, I can't stand Kodak, in fact he seems like a pretty terrible human being, so I just try to keep my distance. Maroon 5's Jordy. Speaking of just all things terrible, there you go. This is very much deserving. I think it's their worst album yet, even worse than Red Pill Blues. It is just a total cash grab. If you cannot see that at this point, then I don't know how you're still hanging on to the fandom. Desperation doesn't normally lead to great things, and I think The Clash's Cut the Crap is living proof of that. This thing should not have been made. It should not exist. It wasn't right. They knew it wasn't right. The remaining members knew it wasn't right. So whatever we got is just, well, it's in the title. Lil Wayne playing guitar. Yeah, man, I miss that era. Can we get Lil Wayne guitar era back, please? Fucking Tory Lanez. This guy is a real piece of work. There's just been a lot of things, from the alleged shooting, Megan Thee Stallion, everything that he's done to just be a complete dick. Fuck this guy, and fuck this album. I haven't even heard it, I never will. Look at this exquisite menu that we have in front of us. Just 3 near perfect albums. You've got Nav with Brown Boy 2, Five Finger Death Punch, and Justice for None, and HAR's Living Room. This is just a chef's kiss moment. Nav, Five Finger Death Punch, HAR, truly defining artists of the 21st century. The hits don't stop coming. It's Say Nothing by Theory of a Dead Man right at number 50, which is definitely deserved. Nobody was begging Theory to get political, and if they were going to do that, then why would they do it in the way that was so shallow that a kiddie pool looks like an ocean by comparison? We unofficially dropped the of a dead man. We're just Theory now. That makes us smarter, okay? I love for the Hobo Johnson one how they have abstract hip-hop as the genre tag here, and abstract is one word. I would maybe say obtuse, confusing, what the fuck, because The Revenge of Hobo Johnson, it was on my worst of 2021 albums list, and it's It's barely over 30 minutes, but it feels like an hour and a half. Tyga made the list, which is not surprising. I've never listened to a Tyga album, and I don't see why I should break that streak now. Life Rolls On by Florida Georgia Line. I can't believe they're still together. I almost thought they broke up or something, but this came out in 2021. They're getting worse. AOTY really has a hard-on for hating Marshmello, and I get it, man. Terrible generic EDM, but above that, we have another one. I already saw it peeking out there. The Chainsmokers' Memories Do Not Open. This is one of the most unpleasant album listening experiences that I have ever had. I just remember doing the review for this album and I could feel like I was losing brain cells. I was suffering actively during the process, but I did it, damn it, and I'm a stronger man for it today. Sia's Music, oh no, that was for the motion picture thing. Songs from and inspired by the motion picture Music, the one where she had somebody who wasn't actually autistic playing an autistic person, which wasn't a good look to a lot of people. Every time I think I can take a breath comfortably and forget about Justin Bieber's freedom, here it is again, just popping up like a Notes app apology. KSI gets a woeful 19 out of 100. KSI, your album, woof. 2016, that was a while ago. I don't know if he's gotten better or not because I don't think I've ever listened to KSI's music. Supermarket Logic, this album I listened to some of the tracks from, and one of them actually ended up making my worst of list in 2019 because it's so awful, like he was trying to rap like he was a chili pepper. I'm seeing more Chris Brown today than I would typically like to see on a normal day of existence on this already difficult to navigate earth, but there's Indigo at number 40. X makes the list again with Bad Vibes Forever, another really bad posthumous album that grave robbed. Big Baller B, Brad Taste in Music is on here. The Good, the Brad, and the Emo. Big Baller B is sitting at one of the worst albums of all time. Congratulations, Brad. I had no idea you were giving birth to such a universally hated project. I'm pretty sure this is only here for the meme and that Brad encouraged this himself, but if I'm wrong, you can feel free to call me out in the comments. I really didn't expect that, but there you have that, and above that, we've got another meme lord, Oliver Tree and Little Big, Welcome to the Internet? I didn't know this was a thing. Welcome to the Internet is a Bo Burnham song, and I will be damned. If it's a cover, it better not be, and if it's something else, then why would you put that out the same year that Bo already made the masterpiece? I don't want to know, and I don't want to find out. Lots of color around here right now, because we've got Tattletales from Skittle Boy himself, and he's not even worth talking about. Fuck it. Danzig Sings Elvis in number 33. I think it's in the title with that one. 14 out of 100 speaks loudly. Call Me Carson is somebody that I have heard a lot about, but I still don't know what he does really outside of gaming. These next few I'm not even recognizing. Submarine Man, Jumax, John Lennon and Yoko Ono again with Wedding Album. Apparently people fucking hated their music together. Nick Cannon I almost read as Nick Cave, and I was like, AOTY voted down Nick Cave? Really? But no, it's Nick Cannon. The miseducation of the Negro you love to hate. I can't even imagine what this is. I don't even want to imagine what this is. The Beach Boys' Summer in Paradise. Ah yes, 90s Beach Boys, when no one was clamoring for new music, but they gave it anyways, damn it. Wendy's We Beefin', come on, man. This was straight fire, man, right off the grill. Tones and I, welcome to the madhouse. There it is. There it is. The most unlistenable album of the year 2021. Something that I actually only got through one time, or else I would have put it on my worst albums list. I have to hear things at least a couple of times in order to do that. It felt like auditory torture, just like staples being just smashed straight into my brain and all over the place. It's so loud and colorful and noisy and not saying anything at all. It's so frustrating and her voice is just awful. Hey, there's that album that sold 600 copies first week. Shadow Work by Trapped, congratulations. And congratulations to the other Chris Brown for being a total trash hole. Really though, give this dude one quick Google search and you will see why he is bad news, buddy. Oh my god, Ronnie, Lil Xan made the list at number 21 with Total Xanarchy. How could this be? It was an artistic statement and a revolution. God, I love being sarcastic. What the hell even happened to this guy? Some of these people that are on the list, like Lil Pump and Lil Xan, like all the Lil Gang, like they just fell off so hard. Do I think there will be anything that I like in the top 20? No. Hobo Johnson's proving that right out of the gate. The follow-up to his already trash album, I refused to listen to this one because the first experience was so bad. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I just don't get what he's doing. Like, I think the dude seriously needs help. Just gonna leave number 19 right there because I don't even know. And then above that, we are taken straight back to myspace.com with Broken Side. I'm not a fan, but the kids like it. Couple of question marks up on screen right now. I'm just gonna keep moving on upwards to the Pornhub Valentine's Day album. I remember when that was a thing. That was 2019. Wow, that feels like an eternity ago. Kevin Federline's Playing with Fire. There is something that the AOTY users and Metacritic even can agree on because it's literally just a flaming rapage of feces. The Annoying Orange made an album? What? When was this a thing? 2017. 2017. How did I miss this? The Emoji Raps album by Annoying Orange? I still don't even know how this is even going at this point. That was a thing like back when I was in high school. This came out in like 2008. Tramp stamps, you got caught, you got called out. The music industry plants themselves right there, and look where you landed at number 12. Almost top 10, congrats. Corey Feldman's Angelic to the Core. Just above that. I thought for sure that was a shoo-in for the top 5. I'm laughing because I thought it would just be the number 1. I really thought this might be number 1. Angelic to the Core at number 11 kind of scares me because from what I've heard, it's one of the worst albums ever made. So what could possibly be top 10? Welp, I'm just gonna leave that title on screen. Trippy Red Spooky Sounds. Wait, why does this have the same album cover? That looks like the Pegasus cover. Did he put out like a B-sides collection or something? Or is AOTY using the wrong album cover? Either way, it sounds like you tried to make like a Halloween album or something and just flopped. Justin Bieber's Couple Goals? What the fuck is this? I've never even heard of this. Is this an actual album? Or is this just something else? I don't see a track list. Is it just a single? Okay, apparently this is an EP. I had no idea. I've never heard of this in my life. So I guess you learn something every day. Apparently JB thinks he's Couple Goals, but guys, you know, I wasn't trying! Koki the Clown, You're Welcome? Are we sure we didn't mean You're Welcome by A Day to Remember? Because that I would understand. This just leaves me puzzled and confused. Tom McDonald Death Threats. Oh no, Tom McDonald with a 4 out of 100. That is just so lowly, low. Kind of like Tom McDonald himself, the dude who just scrapes off of the alt-right, the free thinkers, and says, hey, even though I'm Canadian, I will constantly comment on USA politics and pretend that I'm one of you because the most basic things and the most awful flows will make white dudes in their 60s go, hey, this rap stuff ain't so bad, America. I hope a bald eagle just lands on his head and like tugs out his cornrows and just accidentally shits in his mouth on the way out because that's what he deserves. Nostalgia Critic, The Wall, him remaking the Pink Floyd thing and making it Doug Walker-ified. Nobody ever wanted that. Nobody ever asked for that. I've sampled this and I've seen it torn to shreds by pretty much everybody in the music space on the internet. So why would I ever want to go near this? Well, the answer is I wouldn't. And Nostalgia Critic needs to do an episode on himself at this point because I regret the past. Blood on the Dance Floor. Oh, as if these dudes weren't the worst with their music. Let's Start a Riot. 2008. Can we remember that Davey Vanity is an actual fucking terrible person? Number 3, Me and Me, Play-Doh Cooked in Tea. No idea. And number 2, Jake Paul's Litmus. Oh man, I did a reaction to this back in 2017. It was absolutely terrifyingly bad, but it was obviously not going to be good because it was Jake Paul doing fake Christmas trap songs. But at number 1, we have Tom McDonald, Us Against the World. Oh man, with a 1. A 1 out of 100. We've done it. Send this to every conservative that's like, oh, I spend my day watching compilations of libs getting owned. Just send them this, sitting at number 1, and they'll probably just say, oh, it's woke culture again, because that's what you've been brainwashed and conditioned to say, and I'm breaking out every buzzword in the book because I actually am uninformed and clueless and a fucking idiot. Alright guys, that's gonna be a wrap on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please hit that like button. I had a lot of fun filming this one. If you want to check out the best albums of all time according to AOTY, then tap the card on screen. Don't forget to check out Picky, download the app. I'm gonna be reacting to your most liked and disliked songs very soon, and I'll be back soon with more on Beyond ARTV.